Sure. So a little bit about our 2021 numbers. So FTX US is one of the newest exchanges on the market for cryptocurrency. We were founded around the end of 2020 as sort of the US offshoot of FTX, the global cryptocurrency exchange. In the beginning of 2021, we had around 10,000 customers, so relatively little volume at all. At the end of 2021, we had around 1.2 million customers, around $300 million a day in spot cryptocurrency volume, so growing tremendously during that time period. The most exciting thing for us right now is that at the end of 2021, we acquired a company called LedgerX, which has the CFTC licenses required to be able to perform the duties as a futures exchange and clearinghouse in the United States. So we have a big application in front of the CFTC now to be able to enable margin in our clearinghouse so we can offer crypto native Bitcoin and Ether futures to US customers through FTX US. And I think if we were able to get that approved this year, that will be a huge boost to the potential profits and trading volume that could be on our exchange.
Okay. What are your conversations like so far with the regulators? We've seen sort of some futures of course, contracts and products already approved in the US. So right. The noise is positive right now. Do you expect them to come to market this year?
Right. So CME and ICE already have Bitcoin Ether futures. LedgerX, the company required, already had Bitcoin futures. What makes our company and our application unique is that we want to offer the first ever real-time 24/7 margin for futures. So in most other clearinghouses, margin is done once per day, let's say 5 days a week, and not on weekends or holidays. We're proposing to do this real time, every 30 seconds, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so that is a novel aspect of our application. But so far, our conversations with the CFTC have been extremely positive. They're an amazing regulator to work with. They are a principles-based regulator who understand all the nuances of cryptocurrency trading and understand a lot of the innovations that we're trying to bring to market and think that they're a worthy thing for us to discuss. And so we're pretty hopeful about the outcome.
And just if that wasn't the case, if you didn't get the approval this year, what is the growth you're expecting this year in terms of revenues?
Sure. I think so. Our revenue numbers aren't yet public, but we are seeing an even greater year-over-year growth in sort of our user count than we did even last year. There's a lot of reasons for that. The growth of our the growth of our marketing and branding efforts, and you've probably seen some of these in terms of the various sort of sports and endorsement deals we've been doing. We also have been working on our retail user experience. We have launched an NFT marketplace. We just launched last week a stocks trading interface through FTX US in addition to crypto. And so we're really bringing more products and services to our customers and expect our user and volume count to grow through those endeavors.
One of the recent interesting moves you've made is to get into stock trading.
Yes.
Which sort of is, I guess, a bit contrarian. You often see other way around, stock platforms get into crypto. So what was the rationale behind that then?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're an investor, let's say you have $5,000 of savings and you'd like to be able to invest in the market, and maybe you're investing in stocks or ETFs, and then maybe Bitcoin goes down a lot and you think I'd like to buy the dip in Bitcoin with 10% of my portfolio. Well, what you'd like to not have to do is be able to have to sell off 10% of your portfolio and move your money to a different app so you can trade Bitcoin in a different app than the one where you're trading stocks. People would like to have a holistic investing experience where they can invest in multiple kinds of asset classes from the same app, from the same account. And so for us, seeing a company like Robinhood be so successful in taking their original stock trading platform with their 20 million plus retail customers and adding crypto to that, we were thinking, let's try the other way. We're good at crypto. We have a great crypto platform and offering. We have a great product. Let's add stocks to that and see if that's a way of bringing more users to the platform and retaining them.
Yeah. Do you expect that to be a significant part of your revenue mix going forward?
In the beginning, it's not going to be a revenue-driving business for us. It really is an additional product that we're offering for free. But we do think that it will be a growth of users for the platform, in addition to helping sort of drive volume on the crypto side of the business.
You raised a round, FTX US, this year, about an $8 billion valuation. You've obviously got a lot of cash in the bank. Are you expecting to raise more this year?
So unclear, a year in crypto is a very, very long time. I'm not sure if we're going to be raising, this year again. But, for now, we're in a very good spot in terms of our capital and cash and want to be able to use that cash to, one, bolster our existing business and also to be able to, properly fund our clearinghouse for our derivatives endeavors and possibly look around the market for potential merger and acquisition opportunities.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that actually. What is the acquisition strategy at this point? What are you looking for? What kind of companies are you on the hunt for at this point?
Sure. So you can imagine, as a company, we get a lot of looks on deal flow, and for investing and also for potential merger opportunities. We look for a couple of different classes of companies when we think about those potential opportunities. So one is user acquisition. There might be ways where we can greatly increase our user counts through an acquisition. So an example of this is last year we acquired an app called Blockfolio, which was one of the main apps for people to track crypto. They had millions of users, but no ways to trade through the app. So we acquired them, and we actually we changed the name of that app to FTX. That became our main retail user application, and acquired those millions of customers through that acquisition. The second is regulatory licensing. So for example, for LedgerX, they had several licenses with the CFTC that we were able to acquire that normally take somewhere between 2 and 5 years to get de novo. And so by being able to get those through the acquisition, it kind of gave us a head start on the process. And we're doing that globally in places like in Japan, Australia, in Dubai, different places where we've been able to either partner with local companies or sometimes do acquisitions to be able to get licenses that we need.